you want to buy more jeans. Variables, all the different values of jeans, and there's a whole new vocabulary that comes along with it. Jeans have been tight in the butt, loose in the leg, tight in the leg, loose in the cuff, loosen the leg with taper, loosen the leg with other taper, straight leg, button fly, boot cut, women are athletic, painted jeans, carpenter jeans, this and this, even basketball, sandbox, dry jeans, blue, black, safety pins, yellow stitching, it's gonna have Levi's, it's Calvin Klein, Tommy Hilfiger, and Apple, and who's gonna what, and the kids even know the pair of jeans you need with a 20K on, they don't understand, but they said it's ultra ghetto, it's cool, so wear these. You can buy jeans at the Gap and at Costco, little boutique fashion stores that have names that you've never even heard of. You can go to American Eagle and pay a little bit more for clothing that looks like it's been dragged around the yard behind a tractor for a day or so, so that it's completely ragged and frayed and looks like it needs to be replaced. And now it's a thing to have most of your boxer-covered butts exposed with your crotch hanging down around your knees in a way that I think can't be anything less than completely uncomfortable. Just clap. Advisor, who is a government-regulated jean consultant, who can guide you through the process of selecting the right pair of jeans for you, and who will take your future seriously and educate themselves on all the options that are out there so that you don't look like a fool when you're done with your jeans. But what is that? It's a consensus about what is good or desirable. It changes things. And I believe fashion is this. It means you and I have a limited ability to see more than just a few things as good at a single time. That's the whole reason why fashion happens. Because we have a limited ability to see something as good. And after a while, it's no longer good to us. We just move on to something else. And fashion is a process. You can't just be dropped in the middle of a trend into a buck laundry, frozen around the place, and brought back and taken into action like you. Because just look right now at what's walking down the fashion runways in Paris, and it's deeply weird. But yet you'll be wearing it in 5 years. So fashion is this process that makes it that after you've looked at bell bottoms for a while, then you start to think, well, taper those babies. You know, back in the 80s. And then you used to do this thing, which I don't know if you're old enough to remember, but you used to actually fold them over like this and cinch them and roll them up so that the ladies were around. And after you've looked at that for a while, I can remember when the trend started to swing away from the taper at the end of the 80s into the lifestyle in the 80s and 90s, and I thought, I'm going to do it. And now I have a pair of those tapered jeans that hardly fit over your ankles when we were in high school. I put on like, fashion changes and fashion changes things. So limited ability to see more than things as good. Now it's fashionable. They made a new name for that. And there are some who ever so grateful want to do their best to try to keep their identity up to date so that no one gets embarrassed like a mother who wants to be sure their child's dressed in all the latest trends for the first day of school. That is current. Talking about lately and judging from the reaction when each talks about it, because it's care about it. Issues that's only going to get bigger. So we hear a lot about this. So why not tonight? Leviticus 18:22 along the and I guess there are some who want to rescue Christianity by talking about everything else and ordained because even though I want to preach a message of holiness, he said dumb stuff. Even though I want to challenge the church to understand when it comes to homosexuality and life, what good is it for lost people to stop sinning? It doesn't really do anything. Even though I say desperate, I want to create a service where somebody who either struggles with it or doesn't can find a place where they can take a big chunk of time and consider Jesus and not feel like we're ignorant or rude or have a prejudicial attitude or anything like something I can't see and trust that I will live forever if I do it. They see it as foolishness. What's more to our being saved is the power of God. So I've been challenging you the past 2 weeks with this question. What do you really believe I don't give a shit about what you think you believe, or you say you believe, or even what you feel like you believe? Belief shows itself in reaction more than it does in choices. You can choose to lie. You can choose to put on like you believe something you don't really deep down in your spirit believe. But it's hard to mess with your reaction. I'm talking about the difference between somebody who says, I believe in Jesus, and somebody who's jumping out from in front of a bus. I believe in Jesus is easy to say. The person who's jumping out from in front of a bus, it's easy to say don't. Something horrific is going to happen. They believe it deep down in there. They're not even thinking about what they're doing. So real is the threat and the danger that they are reacting to what they believe. Of course they see it in front of them. Christ. Last week I talked to you about that you see targeted in the Bible as destroying parts of your future? Is there a fear of the Lord? Is there not? What do you believe about heaven and hell? Do you think those are real places for real people? And is that just something we can calmly and quietly speak about without being moved or compelled? Can you just know someone who's headed there and you say, well, not be bothered? How some other passion is that. And some part of what we are about will always go against the passion of the day, because that's what the message is. Paul writes in Romans 12:2. You're not conforming along with the pattern of this world. Don't be fashionable. But be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you will be able to test and approve what God will do. So what is hell? What kind of person goes there? How does that affect human life? On my own, I'm pretty excited about these. I could think of at least 6 reasons why people are mad about hell.